Greetings from Geneva, Palais des Nations. I'm Estelle Baroung Hughes, educator and NGO leader from Cameroon. Today, I want to talk to you about how peace and education have intertwined in my personal and professional life. 1 year ago, I founded an NGO called ALI, which stands for Africa Learning International, to provide quality professional development to teachers on the African continent. Ali works with teachers in Cameroon, in Kenya, in South Africa, in Sierra Leone, and in Senegal. One of our main focus is to honor our African heritage, because without self-belief, change will not happen. How do we nurture self-belief in teachers and in students? And how does this relate to peace building? Here are some keys. As a child, I grew up in Cameroon. I went to school, in a state school in Yaoundé, where I was very happy. I remember being very happy at school in Cameroon. There was academic rigor, but also singing, citizenship education. However, there was another type of education happening on the playground. It is at school that I discovered tribalism as hatred of the other with a feeling of superiority. On the playground, there were all of these supposedly harmless jokes about certain ethnic groups. There were some groups who were supposed to be crooks, others were wife beaters, or backward villages. I'm not going to associate the exact ethnic group with the negative stereotype that was used, but Cameroonians know how we treat or consider each other. This makes me think about an experience that I had studying for my master's degree at the University of Geneva and discovering the writings of Nyobè, who is a freedom fighter from Cameroon. He was assassinated by the power that be, but left us with a lot of wisdom and ideals to chase. According to Nyobè, tribalism is not at all a negative force. It is actually the cement that unites the nation. We need to be aware of our identities to flourish as a nation. But this comes with respect and learning about each other. So I focus a lot on these ideas when I do professional development work with teachers via my NGO ALI, and I tend to remind them of the way Nyobè sees tribalism as diversity in unity. There is a group of children in Africa and in Cameroon who undergo a lot of racism at school. By racism, I want to say rejection, discrimination based on the color of their skin. I want to talk to you about albino children at school. I've seen it with my own eyes, them being rejected brutally by peers. Albino children being neglected also by their teachers, not having the keys to look after their specific needs, and also not calling out colleagues or students when they hear the famous G word that is used to call albinos in Cameroon. I want to say to teachers that respect and anti-racism starts at school, but it can also start at home. It's thanks to my parents that I've learned to respect albino people. They didn't do it out of philosophical conviction. They just hired an albino person to teach us, to give us private lessons at home. His name was Etienne. I remember him coming to our home in Omnisport Yaoundé and just doing his job. And thanks to that contact, I have learned that albino people can teach, that they can coach, and that they can lead. So teachers and parents have a great responsibility in anti-racist education and to support albino children at school and beyond. I cannot end this peace talk without mentioning international education, which is the professional branch where I've been working in the past 20 years. International education is a schooling system that was created 100 years ago to cater for the needs of globally mobile families. But today, in post-colonization world, international education has changed. More and more local children go to international schools. More and more African and non-white children go to international schools. That is why I have started to advocate for the representation of these children in the curriculum, in the staffing, and in the leadership of international education. I want African children and non-white children not to be exposed to Afro-pessimism all the time. I want white children to learn positive facts about Africa and the non-white world. So I think that through research, through conversations, and through positive interaction, through teacher professional development, as I do it with Ali, we can definitely lead change in a peaceful way. And that's what has been my calling all these years. And I want to end this talk by saying that respect, anti-racism, diversity, all of this should be everyone's calling when it comes to education. Thank you.